In a small, weathered cottage at the forest's edge, Alara lived alone, winter pressing in from all sides, its icy fingers creeping through every crack and crevice. The wind howled outside, rattling the windows and making the old wooden walls groan, as if the house itself felt the weight of the season. The world outside was silent and white, blanketed in snow, and her only warmth came from a dwindling fire that struggled to keep the cold at bay. Each night she wrapped herself in layers of old quilts, listening to the crackle of the flames and the distant call of an owl.
My bones ache with the cold, and my heart aches with a quiet sadness that settles deeper with every passing day. The silence is heavy, and sometimes I speak aloud just to hear a voice, even if it is only my own.
Her son, Leo, had left for the city, promising to return before the snow began to fall. She remembered his warm embrace and the hope in his eyes as he waved goodbye, his footprints quickly disappearing in the fresh snow. But the snow came, and he did not. Each day, Alara watched for him, her hope flickering like the fire, fading with every empty morning and every silent night. She pressed her face to the frosted window, searching for any sign of his return, but only the snowflakes greeted her. The village nearby was bustling with life, laughter echoing from behind closed doors, but its doors and hearts remained closed to her. Alone, Alara braved the forest for firewood, her breath clouding in the frigid air, the ancient trees standing as silent witnesses to her struggle and her quiet resilience. Gathering wood was a daily battle. Alara's strength waned, the cold biting deeper with every step she took into the forest. Each stick she picked up felt heavier than the last, her fingers numb and raw from the icy wind. The forest, once a place of comfort, now seemed endless and unforgiving, shadows stretching long as the sun dipped behind the clouds.
I remember when Leo would do this for me, laughter filling our home, his arms always strong enough to carry twice as much as I could. Back then, warmth and joy seemed endless, and I never imagined I'd be alone like this, struggling for every scrap.
Now, she could barely carry enough to last a night. Hunger gnawed at her insides, making her dizzy and weak, and desperation finally drove her to the village for help, her hope flickering like a candle in the wind.
Please, just a small piece of bread. Anything to ease this ache, even for a moment.
Sorry, times are hard for everyone. We barely have enough for ourselves.
Door after door closed, leaving her more invisible than ever. The village that once felt like a community now seemed cold and distant. She returned home, her spirit as empty as her hands, the silence pressing in around her, heavier than any bundle of sticks. One cold evening, as dusk settled over the land, Alara, weary from days of struggle, ventured once more into the silent, snow-laden forest. The wind howled softly, swirling flakes around her as she pressed on, her breath visible in the frigid air. Each step grew heavier as the snow thickened beneath her boots, and the world seemed to grow quieter, more distant. Her strength finally failed her. Her legs buckled, and she collapsed into the deep snow, the firewood she had gathered tumbling from her arms and scattering across the white ground. Exhaustion and cold seeped into her bones.
Whispering into the silent night, she pleaded, "Please, just a little more strength. Let me see my son again. Give me hope to hold on, even as the cold closes in."
She lay still in the snow, surrendering to the biting cold, her mind drifting to memories of Leo's laughter and the warmth of home. The world faded, and she felt herself slipping away, comforted only by thoughts of her beloved son.
"Mother, Mother, where are you?" Leo's voice echoed through the trees, desperate and trembling, searching for the one he loved most.
Suddenly, a voice pierced the silence. A faint, golden lantern glow bobbed between the trees, casting warmth and hope into the frozen night.
Mother! Leo cried out, his eyes wide with relief and joy as he spotted her in the snow.
Leo rushed to her side, kneeling in the snow, tears streaming down his cheeks as he gently called her name, his hands trembling with worry and love. He wrapped his warm coat around her shivering shoulders, lifting her carefully from the snow, holding her close in a gentle, protective embrace. In that moment, as warmth and light surrounded them, Alara's heartfelt prayer had been answered, and hope returned to the snowy forest.
I'm here, Mother. I'm home.
Leo carried her back, explaining his delay and the supplies he'd brought. Inside, he built a roaring fire, warmth and hope returning to the cottage. They shared a simple meal, the silence now peaceful.
You were almost too late.
But I promised I'd return.
In the glow of the fire, hardship melted away. Love and hope had come home. Even in the coldest winters, kindness and hope can light the way.